It's football season, and that means great tailgating. A good marinade can make all the difference when it comes to grilling. Here's Jessica Crozier from the Price Chopper Kitchen to help. First off, what do we have lined up?
So we're going to actually show a peanut ginger marinade that's all clean ingredients, so no preservatives, no added sugar. Helps with if you're trying to eat really clean and stay on a good meal plan. This is a great option. And then we also have another option that is more balsamic vinegar, olive oil, and vinegar option as well. But this is the one we're going to make.
And this smells so good. It's ginger, it's peanuts.
It's kind of like pad thai sauce, but not. So instead of grabbing the bottle of pad thai from the Asian aisle, grab these ingredients and mix it up yourself. Yeah.
Let's get started.
Sure. So the key to a good marinade is to have about 3 to 1 oil and vinegar base. So for this one, we have peanut butter. I grabbed all natural. You want the ingredient list on this to literally just be peanuts, nothing else. A lot of regular peanut butters have added sugar in there, and so it adds in extra carbs that you don't need. This is just some hot water to help it mix together.
Okay.
That's red wine vinegar.
Is this the next step?
Next step. So we're just going to be tossing all of these together, and then once you have your liquids, we're throwing in cilantro, garlic, ginger, and it's about 2 tablespoons of each, but you don't really have to worry about having too much because since it's a marinade, you want those strong flavors. It's not going to cook as strong as what you think it would.
And one thing that I loved you actually have all fresh ingredients, but there are dry ingredient options as well.
Yeah, so if you don't have the time or just don't feel like sitting there and chopping all of your fresh herbs, you can grab the jars of dried herbs. It'll work the same. Maybe give it a little bit extra time to soak so that those flavors come out better.
Do we want to add the chicken in yet?
No, we'll mix it all up. So the last 2 ingredients, a little bit of honey, a little bit of red pepper flake for some heat, and then you'll mix it all up and it turns into this. Okay. So once it's all mixed up, you can toss it in. I always just grab a Ziploc bag and toss it in there. And you'll want
hold it for you?
Yeah, you'll want to do about half of this. And the reason you only do half is so you can save the other half for when you're cooking. You can brush it onto the meat as it's grilling or baking as a nice baste, and it adds in a little bit more flavor as you're cooking. So yeah.
A lot of people probably want to know, can this sit overnight, and how long is this going to be good for?
Yeah, sure. So once you get it in here, I would smush it around, make sure it's all covered, and then toss it in the refrigerator. You can toss it in overnight, at least an hour or so if you really want to get the flavors to soak in. Okay. But yeah, super easy. If you want to make a big batch of this and keep it, you can toss it in the freezer for a couple months even, as long as it's in the freezer. In the refrigerator, probably about a week.
Okay, and as we wrap, I noticed no salt and pepper in this mixture.
No, I always recommend waiting until you're actually cooking to put in salt and pepper. The salt can dry out the meat when it sits and soaks, and so I mean you want your meat to be juicy. So absolutely add it on while you're cooking. That way you can add it to taste as well, and you don't over salt.
All those are great things to remember. Thank you, Jessica. For more ideas and fresh dish recipes, visit mypricechopper.com. You can also find demo videos and extra how-to help if you're like me and just need that extra hand-holding.